Welcome back to Right Answers Mostly, a podcast on what you didn't learn in history class, but you really wanted to. My name is Tess Bellomo.
And my name's Claire Donald.
We are back in Spotify studios. We are dressed 90s.
Yes, well,
Kind
mine
of.
is more, yeah. Mine's more of an homage to the color. Put your sunglasses on if you're watching on YouTube because I am wearing a neon green.
It's cute. And the Vans are like 90s, early 2000s.
It's like kind of the jeans.
And your hair too, I think.
Also, oh, thank you. I was wearing my sister's puka shell necklace. It's authentic.
Oh, put it back on.
Yes, it just keeps falling off, but I'll put it back on. I'm trying.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
The authentic puka shell is really, I mean, this
Yeah.
I'm wearing like a little
Vintage.
chunky, this is not authentic. This I think I got on Amazon.
No, it's so cute.
But if you guys are
I'm
watching.
so sorry, but you know what thought I just had?
What? Oh, God.
You know what the necklace reminded me of?
Who?
Tom Sandoval.
Tom Sandoval.
Tom Sandoval. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, it really is.
He has ruined. No, we have
No.
to reclaim these things. He's taken away white nail polish from us. He cannot take away beaded necklaces.
Also,
Fuck
like
him.
I bet he wasn't even cool in the 90s and early. Like he wasn't like the cool kid at school. So stop like pretending that you're like, you know what I mean?
No, he is cosplaying as a 15-year-old girl, and it's really troubling. And we're not going to let him take this
It's
from
disgusting.
us. So I'm sorry to even.
No, it's
take
okay.
It there.
It's okay. But if you need some comfort, look on YouTube because I am wearing, you guys, a bedazzled Claire Bear. Your gasp.
My what?
Your gasp.
Oh, a Claire Bear shirt.
A Care Bear.
Oh, I'm gonna get a shirt. Wow, this episode is so chaotic.
Guys,
already.
this is already chaotic. I went to a Jesse McCartney. Speaking of like youth and nostalgia, I went to a Jesse McCartney concert last night, and I had a few. My Bitcoin baby and I had a few shots, and
I'm just dying because no thought has been finished since this episode started.
I'm a little hungover. Claire is coming back from the strep throat.
Y'all, I was down bad crying at the gym with strep throat.
It guys, if you've had strep, you know.
And thank God for Tess. She was like truly okay. This necklace is not coming off.
Just throw it.
She took care of me because she's a strep queen, and she knew like I was giving her my symptoms, and she was like, "Yep, sounds like strep throat."
I was like, "Give it 2 more days. The antibiotics will kick in 12 hours."
Literally, she dropped things off at my door. It was so sweet.
You just need a care package when you're sick. A Claire
Oh,
package when you're sick.
Every time you say Claire, just say Claire now.
It's gonna be a new thing.
That new Billie Eilish song came out, and she was like, "It's under Claire." Which it's a song Lunch, and it is a sexy little song.
Yeah, this is like. I was surprised when I heard that because I was like, "This is your summer, girlfriend. This is your summer."
Mine or Billie's?
Yours.
Or both? Oh, thank you.
Like Billie Eilish just mentioned you in a song. Like this is like
and she was talking about me.
It's like a very sexual time.
It is a sexual time. Sorry, Mom. Hi on YouTube. It is a sexual time.
Just I mean like spiritually.
No, we were talking about that in the car, right?
Yeah.
Something is in the air, and we likey.
We likey.
We likey what we see.
Ever since Challengers came out, we are
Oh,
like,
my
wow.
God, you guys. Okay. Go see Challengers.
It was we haven't had a movie like that that's just like so smart and metaphoric.
It was perfect. It was for the girls and the gays.
And that's what everything should be for.
And from now on, that's what we need.
If you want to boost the economy, go to the girls,
Go the gays.
and that's all.
Done. It was like everything about it. We were talking about how there's not actually a sex scene, but it's the sexiest movie we've ever seen.
And that is smart.
That is smart.
And that's like how it,
Yeah.
that's how it should be done.
It was gorgeous.
So yeah,
loved.
it's been a great spring, great summer for us.
Yeah, it has. And we're very excited to keep that going. We will be going on a little bit of a summer break. We're giving you guys plenty of a heads up.
Yes. It's only like literally a couple re-releases and then we'll be back. I'm going to the East Coast.
Yeah, she's traveling.
She's traveling. She's going to prison.
I'm so jealous that you're going to the East Coast this time of year, though. It's so magical.
I'm so excited. We're going to go to New York for a couple days and then
Can you say what you're doing in New York?
we're taking engagement photos in New York.
She's engaged.
And I got one outfit so far.
And it's so chic.
I'm going to get a second one that's going to be like a little bit of a different vibe. But we're going to talk about it more in premium.
Yes, that's right. And if you guys miss us over a very short summer break, you can get premium bonus episodes. We have 2 a month and all of our back catalog, and it is in our show notes.
Premium so fun. This episode actually right now kind of feels like a premium. It's
I
like a lot of
know.
unhinged thoughts. It's a lot of like personal stories and everything. So please sign up.
I know. I kind of wish we were recording a premium episode because I feel like I just want to like gab,
I
which is
know.
what we do anyways,
Well,
but
we
on
haven't seen
premium.
each other for like 5 days.
That's literally Tess and I were like, where are we going in the car? Because it was taking us away we'd never been before. And I was like, we're going to end up in Santa Barbara because we just haven't seen each other in 5 days.
We-
That's a long time for us.
It's true. We had so much to catch up on, even though that we text every
Day, all day.
10 minutes.
Yeah. God
But
bless you, Canal. Thank you for putting up with both of us. Because when you date Tess, you date me too.
of course, baby, and
Yeah.
that's how he likes it.
That's right.
So today, kids, you know that we always listen.
Mm-hmm.
We always do. And surprisingly, we got multiple people that DM'd being like, are you guys going to cover Lisa Frank? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I mean, you know, I'm a 90s baby. Claire is as well. We always honor that. But I was like, what is there really to her?
Right.
First, I went to Wikipedia. Nothing.
Okay.
It was literally like, this is her brand. This is how much money she made. This is blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. Then it was just searching all over Google. And I was like, I can't find really much. And then I went to Reddit.
Ooh.
And I found a response of someone being like, have you guys read this article about the darkness and the dark history of Lisa Frank? So that is why, Claire, I got every single piece of information from Jezebel.
Oh. Jezebel.
Jezebel, which have you read Jezebel before?
Jezebel.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I can see the banner in my head, but like I don't frequent her often.
I don't either. And I was trying to think of what she would be in the family tree. And I'm almost like, it's so like obscure that I'm like, is she your long lost twin sister you never knew you had?
Whoa.
And you're like, how is this even possible? I've gone my whole life without ever like meeting her.
Like Annie and Hallie?
It's like Annie and Hallie.
Wow. Okay, let's do it.
Perhaps. Or it could be like a really distant cousin.
Okay.
So
I need to spend more time with her too.
I've only done this one article, so I don't know yet. But Rammies, if you have any idea, if you are a Jezebel
Yes, a
fan,
Jezebel fan, DM us right now at Right Answers Mostly and let us know.
please do.
Is she your twin or is she your cousin?
It's hard to say. But this story is kooky, you guys. So yeah, my only source of Jezebel inside the Rainbow Gulag. What word is that?
I don't know.
Rainbow Gulag, right? It's like
You're asking the wrong one.
I think it's Gulag. The Technicolor rise and fall of Lisa Frank.
Which also we have set the lighting in the studio to be Lisa Frank vibes.
Yes, we're doing green, we're doing purple.
Yep.
It's Barney, it's Claire Bear, it's everything.
Love.
So I'm gonna start with a quote.
Okay.
And then I have a little surprise for all of us after the quote. To her fans, Lisa Frank is almost as mythical a figure as her beloved unicorn. For women in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, Frank's name alone conjures up a specter of koala bears clinging to rainbow-flavored ice cream cones, neon tiger cubs frolicking with surfing penguins, and of course, majestic unicorns prancing before a swirl of hearts and stars. But the company is now a shadow of what it once was, and its fall from grace, a story of scandal, greed, and abuse, is in stark contrast to its shiny, happy aesthetic.
Honestly, this is a perfect subject for you. I feel like this is like your bread and butter. It's 90s. It's a crazy woman. It's like a fall from grace.
I really did connect with it.
Yes.
So that's a little preview of what we're going to be talking about. But to start, we have a quiz because you guys know I love a little quiz, especially when it's nostalgic.
Love it too.
So we're keeping it specific. We are doing how much of a 90s school kid were you?
Oh.
Not a 90s kid. We're talking in the classroom.
School kid.
School kid. So get your backpacks and...
What, you were a roller backpack kid?
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to talk about it.
I'm so sorry for bringing it up.
Look, it helps your back so much.
Your back.
So I wasn't rolly backpack until like 5th grade.
Oh, okay.
And then 5th to 8th grade, I had a rolly backpack.
So it developed later in life for you.
Which is even tougher in a way.
Yeah, I would say so.
And then in college, I still kept it in my dad's house in the basement. And then I would fill it up with, remember like when I had parties, when I was telling you like I'd have parties, but I wouldn't want to bring the alcohol bottles up to the recycling. So they accumulated in there. And then my housekeeper found a what's the brand of the backpacks? Jan's World?
JanSport?
JanSport.
I think so.
Just filled with tequila and vodka and whiskey fifths. And that must have been shocking for her to see.
But she ratted you out.
And she ratted me out.
Okay.
Gladys, if you're listening.
Gladys, you bitch.
I've never forgotten that, okay? And
You were doing your best, Gladys.
no,
We
no, I
appreciate
really
that.
appreciate all your work,
Yeah.
but that was embarrassing for me, and it had its consequences. So, how much of a '90s school kid were you? Did you have a really backpack? No, you were too cool.
No, I was definitely not too cool, but for middle school, the vibe for me was a messenger bag. I loved a messenger bag.
That's so before your time.
Before my time. No, I remember my friend Emma got me a Vera Bradley monogrammed messenger bag, and it was like this color, green and blue, and I literally had never felt so rich. Emma, thank you for that.
Wow, that is rich. She's Southern. She's
Oh yeah, Vera Bradley monogrammed. Oh yeah, and then this other one
Wow.
looked like it would be in an indie movie. It was like brown and like gold. It was ugly,
Oh, but still, I mean, cooler than a really backpack.
but I tell you, not good for the shoulders.
It's just, it was so nice having and I didn't know that it wasn't cool. And that's like a kind of a heartbreak. I was like, yeah.
Well, you were definitely cool. You were on Teen Cribs, come on, which is also on premium. If
I
you guys
mean-
didn't know, Tess was on Teen Cribs. I'm not even joking, and it's on premium.
It's true. I mean, I was cool in middle school because there was 16 kids in my grade.
Okay, well, hey,
So
the odds were in your
Anyway.
favor.
okay, so time for a quiz, kids.
We're ready.
To start, number 1, did you have Lisa Frank folders?
I'm trying to remember if I did actually had them. I was always in awe of them, but I don't know if I actually had them myself.
I honestly think I may have had knockoffs or a different brand.
Same.
I can't remember.
Were they kind of expensive?
I think they were expensive, and my parents were hippies. We weren't really they
Yeah,
never
that
really
was not
tried
your
to get us
vibe.
the trendy stuff.
Yeah, I can't remember. I know Lisa Frank was always in my world, but I can't remember if I personally had one. I think maybe.
Yeah. We'll say we did for the sake of the episode.
Yeah, because we wish
'Cause
we
maybe
did.
at one point we
Yeah,
did. Maybe
yeah.
for a present.
Yes,
we
yeah,
got one.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have erasers shaped as different foods?
Okay, no. I did flowers and maybe I did.
It's
Oh
hard to
God,
go
it's
back
hard to remember. It's
the
been
memories.
so long.
Or let's say
Damn those sweet memories.
damn those sweet memories, as Justin McCartney would say. We can also say shaped as stars or hearts.
Yes,
Okay.
that I definitely did.
So both of us. So we're 2 for 2.
Yeah.
We're 2 for 2. Did you have fruit roll-ups packed as a mid-afternoon snack?
Baby, mid-morning, mid-afternoon, midnight. I was just telling Tess, I was obsessed, and my family who's listening will think this is funny. I was obsessed with fruit roll-ups that my grandma got me a big Sam's container. We had Sam's instead of Costco for my birthday of fruit roll-ups because I was obsessed.
And we were dying in the car thinking about just how gross and unhygienic fruit roll-ups were, because it's before you knew how to that you should wash your hands before you just put them all over your fingers.
You wrap it around your finger and make it look like a little witch finger, and then you eat it. Oh, I can taste them now. I want a fruit roll-up.
Do you remember when Jennifer Garner does that in 13 Going on 30 during her meeting? It's so iconic, and then she's like,
yeah, it's hot.
it is hot.
And I'm not talking fruit by the foot. I'm talking fruit roll-up.
No, we're keeping it specific.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was a no, but Claire was a yes.
Yes, enough for the both.
Okay,
of us.
so you're 3 for 3, Claire. Right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you feel like you were somewhat high when you went under a giant gym parachute?
Oh, no drug can
Yep,
have that high again.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it was anything could happen in there.
And it was magic.
It gave you
there.
butterflies in your.
Oh God, this episode's gonna make me so sad.
I know. I'm gonna be depressed when I get home.
I know, same.
Would you write your crush's name while daydreaming with a gel pen?
Yes. Oh, the gel pens.
I know.
And I can speak for the both of us. We were boy crazy
Boy, crazy
from the start.
And it's is that
we can dissect that later.
on premium? We'll
Yeah.
dissect our childhood trauma, as we often do.
As we often do.
Would you use a snap bracelet to get attention in class?
Oh, my sister had a zebra snap bracelet.
I did too. Oh my God, I had a furry one.
Oh my God.
Oh God, I love a snap bracelet.
Me too.
I almost literally made my mom get into a car accident when I once was doing it in the back seat and the windows open, and it flew out of the window, and she said I let out a scream that she was she just got shot. Someone shot her through the window.
I believe it. I can see Dib being like, "Damn it, Tess!"
And we went back to look for it all around. I still remember crying, being where did it go?
That's love.
And we had to say good. If you love something, set it free.
Yeah, we should bring back snap bracelets though.
Oh, so fun.
Yeah.
You'd avoid using the classroom pencil sharpener if the class was silent because it was too embarrassing.
Oh no, I live for the attention.
Now's
the time.
I would, weirdly.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was I don't want to disrupt in that way.
Oh, I again probably had a crush on a boy and was now's the time.
Well, that was if you felt cute that day, you could
Yeah.
walk up and be I'm wearing a cute little outfit.
But not only that pencil sharpener, there was also the The mechanical, if you're watching on YouTube,
We are
wind it up.
ancient. We are
I know.
ancient.
God.
And then finally, during math class, would you type out boobies on your calculator?
I remember that trick being
But I was like,
happened.
it's kind of hard. I was like, how do you do it? Like people would explain it to me, then I wasn't able to, and then I'd feel dumb, and then
Same. I never remembered. And then people are like,
exactly,
it's so easy.
and then the shame.
Oh, God, those fucking Texas calculators. And then teachers would be like, you're not going to have a calculator in your pocket. Really?
Really?
Look at him.
Where
This-
are we now? Thanks,
My calculator.
thanks, Uncle Steve.
Yeah.
That's
Uncle
Steve Jobs.
In case you didn't know.
Okay, Claire. So I think you are. Okay, so guys, everyone grade yourself.
Yep.
If you scored one to 3, are you Gen Z? Get out of here.
Oh, get out of here.
Get outta here.
But we do love you.
But
Thank
we
for
love
your
you so
service.
much, and
Yeah.
you guys like really help the podcast in
Yeah.
every way. If you scored 3 to 5, you're teetering on a fine line, but don't worry, you're still saved by the bell.
Ooh, that was a before school getting ready show.
Exactly. And then if you scored 5 to 8, I said, grab a Capri Sun and wait for that internet to dial up because you are a true kid of the 90s.
And when you're done with the Capri Sun, make your cell phone. I know.
No,
I
it's
know.
a lot
God,
of it.
it's gonna be a tough episode
I
to get
know.
through. I'm gonna cry.
It really is. Okay, so yeah, we scored 5 through 8. Hopefully everyone had fun playing. Share with your friends because
Yep.
it's just so nostalgic.
It is. It's the best.
Back to why we're here.
Yeah.
So, who is Lisa and what is her backstory? Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
She was born in 1955.
Okay.
Can you guess her sign?
I feel like I'm gonna guess something that it might be off.
Just say it.
Aquarius?
No.
Okay.
It's close to you.
Oh, it's close to me. It's either a Leo or Libra.
No, it's very close to you.
A Virgo.
She's a Taurus.
Oh,
I was trying to give Claire creepy
I was
eyes.
going on like the other side.
No,
Oh, she's a Taurus. And Earth, well, okay, luxury though. Luxury, and she was 90s girls luxury.
It's actually makes so much sense because rich and creative.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just didn't know enough about her
No,
yet.
it's okay. And like, I didn't know it. I was like, why are we even here? But the story's going to be interesting.
Okay, God, I just missed the high of like when you guess Claire Bow's sign
No,
last
I
week.
know.
I'm sorry
I
to
should have
fail
given you a better hint.
No.
Okay, so she was born April 21st.
Oh.
1955 in Bloomfield Hills, which is a city just north of Detroit. That's ranked in the top 5 wealthiest city in America with a population under 10,000.
What?
So like a small, rich suburb, I'm imagining, with like gorgeous houses.
Like the richest.
The richest.
Bloomfield?
Bloomfield Hills.
Yeah.
That's where it's always
Sounds rich.
the hills.
Oh, yeah.
Her father was in the car industry. He ran a Detroit Aluminum and Brass, a publicly traded company founded by her grandfather and his brothers in 1925.
Rich bitch.
Rich bitch.
Yeah.
And Lisa's life, by all accounts, growing up, was a happy and comfortable one. She said, quote, my dad was an art collector, and my mom had a little kiln in our basement, and we would make pottery. I think from about age 5 on, they sent me to art classes, and I was just a huge colorer. Huge, she says. I think to keep me quiet, they would bring out the coloring books and crayons, and I would fill up the books. I was a total girly girl. I was not a jock. When I was 12, my parents got me a loom, so I was a weaver.
Oh, like the basket
That's what
things?
that is, right?
Oh, I love doing that in art class.
Oh, God, so
I
90s.
felt like of the earth when I did that, you know?
You were like, I am mama.
Yes, I am Mother Earth.
I am mama. So she loved to read. She loved to do artwork. And she just said she loved to do anything girly.
Love.
And you know, like a lot of stories when we're like, oh, they like tried to like make her a girly girl. Like she was a tomboy, but they were like, you need to get more feminine. She just like loved her femininity.
Yeah, she was born into it.
She was born into it. So she attended the same elite prep school as Mitt and Ann Romney did.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I just always associate him with Utah, but I guess that's
Yeah.
not that's where he went, where the Mormons were.
I
but-
know. That's where he flocked to.
Yeah.
And she began painting there. At an art show her senior year, she managed to earn $3,000, which in the early 70s, which would be $24,000 today, selling her work.
In college?
Uh-huh. Or this was at her senior year of high school.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Even just like to sell, I mean, she's talented.
She's talented.
She is talented.
She is.
For an artist to sell work at all.
It's literally crazy. And one of her buyers was the former CEO of Chrysler.
Oh my God. Like the car?
Uh-huh.
Do you think that
Well,
Not to diminish her talent.
I think look, with any like rich kid, there's going to be more opportunities.
So
There're going to
true.
be more connections, more networking. So it's
Totally.
like you're just put in a room with people that have money
To spend.
to spend.
Right.
Okay, so college. She weirdly went to, I mean, no like shame, but I was like, she went to University of Arizona,
Oh, party school.
party school.
We have some University of Arizona listeners.
which we love. I just kind of pictured her going to the East Coast or like
She wanted to go west.
she wanted to go west. And this is where she would purchase handmade pottery and jewelry from local indigenous people in their communities and then sell them at a markup price back in Michigan.
Lisa.
I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Just typing this out, like, got it.
Yeah.
Lisa did so well that she eventually started directing the artists on what kind of jewelry to make. So she'd be like, this is what I need from you. I'm going to go sell this back home.
And I'm not going to give you a percentage.
Didn't say in this article.
I think we can guess.
We can guess that she was using
Yeah.
these communities as many white folks do.
Yeah. We're a history podcast. We've seen this story before.
We have, and unfortunately, we will see it again.
Yeah.
So this is when she was like, you know what? I'm into making my own original designs. So by the time she was 20, she created a plastic jewelry line called Sticky Fingers.
Sticky fingers.
Sticky Fingers, just like with
Fruit roll-ups.
Fruit roll-up. It all goes back to Sticky Fingers. That got picked up by Neiman Marcus and Bloomingdale's.
What?
The collection then inspired her to do stickers and buttons and starting to get a little crafty. And this is when she was like, isn't it so fun? She was like, so I got the rights to Betty Boop and Popeye and Mighty Mouse. And she was like, it would just be so fun to have like Betty Boop just like become a unicorn.
Okay. She on drugs?
Claire, I literally, in my notes right now, said she was high as fuck.
Literally. She's like, what if Betty Boop is just a unicorn?
Allegedly.
Yeah, right. Allegedly.
But like one would think that you were.
I mean, looking at Lisa Frank's art, it's like we're doing little shrooms.
It's just a magical forest of colors and stars and weird shit going on.
Love.
But yeah, so maybe she was partaking and maybe she wasn't. But this is the start of Lisa Frank Inc.
The start of Lisa Frank Inc. was Betty Boop as a unicorn.
Truly. Find a girl who can do it all.
Wow, no kidding.
And so in 1979, she renamed her company Lisa Frank Inc. And that same year, she received her first $1 million order from Spencer Gifts.
Spencer, as in the store in the mall that you were scared to go to?
Yes.
I was always so scared to go to Spencer's.
Spencer's had like
sex toys. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's like the further back you went, it had like, I mean, I'm pretty sure.
But it wasn't just sex toys.
No, but I think it was all like naughty stuff.
Interesting.
I think.
I mean,
Spencer's.
There is like a really weird, like, to Lisa Frank, it's like very like goofy and young. And then there's also something kind of like, I mean, even like Betty Boop is like a sexual figure.
Yeah, she is. Spencer's
mean?
and Hot Topic were always the stores I was scared to like even walk past.
I
I
mean-
was like such a sheltered kid from Arkansas.
Well, going into a Hot Topic, you're like, these kids are going to like me because they were all like the punk and like goth kids.
yeah, I didn't even go into Hot Topic.
I would sometimes go in Ohio.
Oh,
Ella Liam Greer, thinking of you guys.
shout out.
Shout out to my Midwest cuties.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so she's 25 years old. She just gets
25.
She's 25 and she gets $1 million orders. So she's like, I'm doing pretty well. And interestingly enough, she's like getting like people are like, ooh, like who's this crazy chick on the town? This like wild artist. She's only had 2 interviews in her life where she has shown her face because immediately she was like, I'm happy to be doing this. I don't want to be photographed. I don't want to really be recorded and I don't want to be recognized.
She's like Banksy. That's what it's called, right? There's like a rainbow leopard that pops up on a building. You're like, she's been
Literally,
here.
I watched the documentary. Interesting.
About Banksy.
Mhm.
I've never seen anything about it.
I was like, cool. It's cool.
We're such art girlies.
Yeah, we're just like, this is like all about the art.
Yeah.
She said that she really understood Michael Jackson and his experience with fame and that she related to him, which is a story for another time. But you can kind of see that she's a little kooky.
Sounds like my type of woman.
I mean, which we do love, but it's also like, why are you relating yourself to Michael Jackson?
Of all people.
Sweetheart. So she was like, yeah, like if I, like when I was starting to get like a little bit more famous, if I went to a grocery store and like handed them my credit card, they'd be like, oh my God, I know that Lisa Frank who does like the crazy like cartoons and stuff. And she'd be like, oh yeah, I've heard about her.
Okay. Lisa.
I'm also like, you're not like
Lisa.
you're not Britney Spears.
Yeah, like how? Come on, babe. But hey, we love that energy. I think she might have been feeling herself a little more than.
I think she was feeling herself, and I also think she was very paranoid and she was very insecure and did not want to have people like dissecting her or judging her or observing her too much.
Also, like, even if I saw someone's credit card today that said Lisa Frank, I'd be like, oh, funny, Lisa Frank. I wouldn't be like,
Yeah, I wouldn't be like starstruck.
yeah, I wouldn't be like, are you the Lisa Frank?
I mean, maybe after this episode I would be.
That's true.
But so her employees' first remarks about her in interviews.
Oh, tell me.
When it's like, what was Lisa like? It was always about her physical appearance first. She was very beauty focused. She was obsessed with body image. She was quite thin. Kyle, who worked in the creative department for 2 years, described Lisa as a very passionate lady, although a little manic and not always there.
Oh.
Well,
I love that.
we do.
She's a tourist after all.
Yeah, it's true. God bless us. Another employee said she kind of looks like one of her characters, very over the top and very colorful with big hair and really big eyes.
What does she look like?
She looks like, like, how would you describe her? There's like a couple photos of her, but let's see.
That's crazy. That's like still, there's only a couple of photos of her.
This is what she looks like.
Let me see. Oh, wow. You know, if I may,
Yes.
her face is kind of like a face like Jackie Kennedy.
Yes, it's like a square sort of like,
And like the eyes are kind of like far apart.
she almost looks like Terry Hatcher from Desperate Housewives.
Totally. Terry Hatcher could play
With
her.
yes, but with like a little bit more of that Kennedy jaw.
Yes. And like Bethany Frankel's old jaw.
Oh my god, I miss
Me too.
it.
I'm watching season 1 of Real Housewives of New York right
She's
now.
so beautiful in season 1, and she's so
know.
cool.
She's cool, but that Bethany is still there.
Yeah, she's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk because we could talk about that for
yeah,
hours.
no kidding.
So I think people like were just like she's an odd duck.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it like to work there? So for sales, Lisa Frank's line of products, which if you guys don't know, if you're not a kid in the 90s, whatever, it was like folders, pencil cases, erasers, notebooks, stickers,
Coloring books.
Yes, it just looked like a wild, like blah. It was like a
Yes.
throw up of like sparkles and color and like weird animals doing weird shit.
It was like a little girly girl's dream.
100%. So she is getting popular. So around this time, which I think is like early 90s or like late 90s is the peak. She's ranking in $60 million a year in sales.
60 million in the 90s.
60 million in the night. You guys, like, it's also for like school stuff. Like, it's not like, but it was like to have one of these things was like having like, it was the same thing as getting a cool shirt from Limited Too.
Oh
or
my
like,
God,
you know what I mean?
Tess.
I know.
How dare you?
I know. I shouldn't have brought up Limited Too. That's when it always just goes
Oh my God.
downhill. And between 1995 and 2005 alone, they totaled more than $100 million.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so she's rich bitch.
Oh my God. Emma had a coloring book. It was Violet, and I forgot what the other dog's name was. It was something with a V, though, I think.
She would name them really like kooky little.
Yes, and I loved that coloring book.
You don't know what you have until it's gone.
Yeah, it's true.
So, Claire, what was it like to work there? Quote, Lisa Frank is notorious in Tucson as the world's shittiest employer, said Caroline, who considered applying for one of the many job openings at the company she saw advertised when she moved to Tucson in 2000, but decided against it after speaking to many locals.
Locals? So not even employees.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do tell.
Every single person I talked to has advised me to avoid Lisa Frank at all costs. I don't know a single person who had not heard a horror story about the work environment there. So here are some office rules that many employees have said that were just like, they didn't even like bat an eye at the time. They were just like, yeah, we're not allowed to do these things. No speaking to each other.
Oh, that's never good.
Mm-hmm.
We learned that with Theranos, too.
Exactly.
Never good.
Let the people talk because it's very like manipulative and controlling.
Yep.
Pure silence in the office. Secretly and illegally recorded phone calls.
What?
Mm-hmm. So if Lisa had like a suspicion about someone.
This is a folder company.
This is a folder company, you guys. No visitors. Name calling seemed to be a bonus. And verbal abuse.
What?
Mm-hmm.
it's like the happiest, like it's so dark when something brings you so much joy as a child and you find out this is what it was.
I know. And I think Rammy's, that's why you wanted this, just because it's a little
Yeah.
ironic. It's a little like, wow,
So
it's crazy.
if you were like no talking, but if you were gonna talk, like you better make it hurt.
Yes. If you
Oh my
like,
God.
and yeah, so we'll leave it there for now because we'll just let it build.
Okay.
And if working there was difficult, so was leaving. The company allegedly often failed to give promised severance packages, fought unemployment benefits, and former employees had to sue to get their final paychecks.
No, see, that is disgusting when you're like a multi-million-dollar industry
Yes.
and you're treating your customers like that. That's
Yes,
crazy.
it's crazy. One of the one member of a parenting message board recounted her experience as a Lisa Frank employee. I personally heard Lisa scream at sales managers and threaten their lives if they fucked up a presentation.
Oh my God, Lisa, you're so angry.
Ooh, you're so angry. Like,
There's so much rage in that small woman.
yeah.
And there always is.
And there always is.
Mhm.
So she definitely, like, this was her fault. This was her company. And she was not a good boss and she was toxic and all the things. And then there's someone else that comes into the scene. And this would be who goes by Mean James Green. Do you have any guess of who this man was that comes in and fucks shit up?
No.
It's her husband.
Oh, and he's mean too?
So he is like even worse than she is.
Oh God, these people are so miserable.
So miserable. And they did not know what was coming for them when little Mean James Green came into.
Lisa Frank and James Green, these names are wild.
They're little like cartoon characters.
They are.
And we're going to talk about Mean James Green after the break.
Oh.
And we'll be back in just a second. Okay, so James and Lisa married on October 22nd, 1994, in what was described as an extravagant affair.
Oh my God, was it like Lisa Frank style?
I think it was like really rich. Like I think like he came from a rich family too, and it was very just like 90s rich weddings were so over the top. There were fountains and fondue things and like huge dresses, you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Like kind of a little tasteless always.
Of course.
But like, hey, a lot of weddings are.
Yeah, and ain't that the truth? Money can't buy you class.
Money can't buy you class. So their first child was born that following July. And
they had kids?
They had 2 kids named after 2 of her little characters. I think their names are, Hunter and Forrest.
No.
Named after
Lisa.
I know. It's
wait, I'm sorry. Their kids' names are Hunter Green and Forrest Green?
Yes.
Lisa.
It's crazy, you guys.
No.
It's not okay.
That's not okay.
It's not okay.
I'm obsessed.
Some like resident described them as they seemed like just the very opulent people for Tucson. They drove flashy cars, had their own 12-seat twin-engine airplane, and a mansion characterized by a Tucson resident who spoke to Jezebel as a nouveau riche monstrosity of a house.
Oh, I'm obsessed.
God.
I'm obsessed.
The darkness in that house.
I can't get over Hunter Green and Forrest Green. I can't get over it.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Guys, it's like, you can have like a little idea. Like, wouldn't it be funny if we named our baby this? Don't put them through it.
Wow. Those kids were going through enough with Jack and Lisa.
Yeah, like there's just
God.
Don't give them any more like
no kidding
trauma in their lives. So Lisa has kids and she's like, you know what? I'm actually like, really happy being a mom. I still am going through my own stuff, but I'm gonna like stay at home and like mostly be a stay-at-home mom. And she's like, James, sweetheart, do you mind taking over like day to day at the company? Kind of like replacing me. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give you shareholds of 49%. So he owns half the company.
Okay, is there not a board to be like? Well, she just must be so scary.
I think like it's basically like she's in charge.
Oh
and,
God. She's so scary, mommy.
She's so scary, mommy. So she starts coming in just once a month. And everyone's like, oh God, Lisa's, but still scared. But James is scarier than her.
Oh God.
So for the next 10 years, James ran the show and turned the place into an absolute unsafe shithole.
He's like, you draw those little seals, motherfuckers!
Like literally
so crazy.
Okay.
so crazy.
So he was a short king, but not a king.
Oh, okay.
And this explains so much.
A
So,
short peasant.
Claire, you know what he would refer to female employees if they were not thin?
What?
That guy.
That guy?
He'd like call them men.
Oh my God, what?
It's so not okay.
What?
People who worked directly with James couldn't wear heels.
Oh, stop. Okay, I had a co-star on a film one time.
A film I watch constantly.
Yes, hold on. Hold on.
hair
Tess moved her headphones, and I was like, I can't let it go on.
Thank you.
Now that we're on
Is
camera.
it better now?
Yes, it's perfect now. Yes, on that film, and he was shorter than I was, and my character was supposed to be getting married at one point. We were having an engagement party. Any woman would wear heels. He threw a fit and made sure that the costume department, wardrobe department did not put me in heels.
Did he stand on apple box?
No, he didn't, because like he had so much ego.
I think we need to normalize, because you know what's even like fucked up is that sometimes I even see, was it in Challengers where she's a little taller than him when they start kissing the blonde kid?
Maybe.
And I was like, oh, she's taller. Like we still have this reaction where it's like we have to see more of it on screen, I think.
100%. And that's the problem, is because so many actors, men, are so short, and like Tom Cruise.
And
like,
they fake it.
yes.
And that man was with Nicole Kidman, and when they did that movie together, he looked taller than her. The
He
entire,
was like probably on harnesses the whole time.
and like heels.
Yeah. Like
Guys.
the heels that Brock is wearing on
Oh
the
my
Vanderpump
God.
Rules after show.
His little disgusting like.
No, but that is like why I'm glad that we have a phrase like short king. Like very rarely are we like championing like, yes, men need
Men
more.
need more.
But for this, yes.
Because the second that you have, which like both Claire and I have experienced in our lives, someone that we're dating or someone being like, do you mind not wearing heels out? Like it really gives you this like, it's not fair.
Ick. Yeah, fuck that. Ladies, put heels on if you want to.
Put heels on.
Men, put heels on if you want
heels
to.
are fun.
Heels are fun.
Heels are gorgeous. But yeah, so but James did not think that heels were gorgeous. He said it was because they couldn't walk fast enough to keep up with him. In reality, he had short man syndrome and didn't like working with women taller than him.
Yeah, babe, those legs I don't think are making you go too fast.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
That is also a crazy thing to say, that they can't walk fast enough to keep up with me.
It's crazy to like implement that in your workspace. Oh my God, these poor people.
No kidding.
So he's running the show. It's not good. People are really just terrified. And then he's like, you know what? I need some help because I'm really like stressed out.
I love this voice. Always chewing the gum.
Always chewing the gum. He's like, okay, so what else can we be doing? And he's like, I'm going to bring in a VP. I need a VP. I'm going to find someone. And he brings in this woman named Rhonda Rowlett.
Okay, no, all of these names are made up. You're making these names up. Rhonda Rowlett?
I just like imagine everyone looking like a version of Betty Boop.
But it's perfect
Bop?
for
Betty
Boop.
Betty
It's perfect for the Lisa Frank world. It's like they only
Exactly.
can hire people with names like this.
I just imagine them like looking so kooky. Oh, have you seen Billboard Dad?
No.
Okay.
I'm
If anyone
sorry.
has, do you remember that woman that he goes out on a date with who has like lipstick all over her teeth and like really thin, like brown curly hair? That's like what I imagine Rhonda looking like, but like maybe like a little hotter.
I had a teacher one time named Rhonda Rich.
Ooh, that's chic. That's a chic name.
I love the name Rhonda. Like, to me, Rhondas are a good time. I
Yeah.
don't know about Rhonda Roulette.
Well, she liked to have a good time, Claire,
of course she did, because she's Rhonda.
because she's Rhonda. So Rhonda, do you think that she's a nice woman?
No,
Rhonda is not nice either.
Rhonda's not nice.
Quote, Rhonda Rowlett is the enforcer. James uses her to maintain control of the employees. Through Rhonda's employees, jobs are threatened and an atmosphere of hostility is maintained. Employees are consistently called to her office and subjected to threats and harassment.
You know who I picture Rhonda looking like and being
What?
like? Is in Holes. Is it Susan Sarandon?
It's Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver. Yeah. Wow,
Wow.
what a name.
Talk about
I love that
childhood,
movie.
like, I
Keep
felt-
digging.
I felt very
I'm trying, Grandpa. Sorry. I'm
Do it.
tired, Grandpa. That's what she says.
do date night.
We have date night, Brittany and Jax. But I picture Rhonda like that. She's like putting on the like snake venom nail polish to her employees, and she like backhands them.
Oh my God, 100%.
This episode is so wild.
This episode is wild. So Rhonda likes to ski.
Okay, if you catch our drift, we're not talking about
We're not talking about the
the
sport.
weather. Yeah, we're not talking about the snow weather.
So she is doing loads and loads of cocaine and bringing it into the office.
Stop.
And then James is like, you know what? Can I have a little bit of that?
No.
And James and her are just doing so much blow.
This is our childhood. This is like not our Lisa Frank
No,
is our
Yeah.
childhood. That's what? Honestly, it explains everything though, doesn't it?
Exactly. It explains so much. And Lisa is like kind of aware of what's going on, but she's not really like enforcing it because she's like, I also like to do a little bit of coke.
Course.
Of course.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. And so there's drugs. And then people are like, is something going on between James and Rhonda?
I was literally just about to ask. Like,
I mean, can you imagine? These are not good people.
no, they're having sex on his desk, on her desk.
So everyone knew that Rhonda and James were not so secret lovers.
Lovers. They are actually hooking up.
So they're hooking up, you guys.
Oh my God.
So Kobe Miller, who worked as a product development artist at Lisa Frank for over 10 years, when he submitted a sworn affidavit, what's an affidavit again? Like being like, this is what happened legally.
I have no idea.
So I think he was like called into question
Okay.
during some legal stuff later. And he said, yeah, my wife and I were shopping at the Tucson Mall over 4th of July weekend, and we stopped by the Lisa Frank retail store in the mall because there was also like stores, you
I
guys.
would have loved to go to a brick and mortar.
So chic. We were surprised to see James and Rhonda together in the store on that 3-day weekend. We saw them. We had a short conversation with James. Rhonda didn't say much. And when we left, we thought it was actually really weird that they were together, and Rhonda acted sort of caught off guard seeing us and a little bit nervous. She acted really uncomfortable. We wondered why James wasn't with his family over a 3-day holiday. And Rhonda, why she wasn't with her husband. Something wasn't right.
And also, like, why are you guys spending time at the store in the mall?
Yeah, like, don't you...
Aren't you sick of it?
Aren't you sick of it? Like, that's like the last place that you want to like go to like a hotel and go hook up or something.
They're crazy.
They're like, I feel like they're like on coke in that store being like, we fucking made this. Look, baby, look, you and I designed this.
Totally. And like then they like open up a coloring book in the store too and just like
Exactly. They're like, get your pens out.
Yeah.
They're like getting off on it
Yes,
probably together. So at some point, Lisa picked up on what was going on. And in September 2005, she filed for divorce. I don't really know the timeline. I think they probably started hooking up in like 2003.
Such a crazy story.
It's crazy. So she filed for divorce. According to court documents, Lisa noted that the precise date was unknown. But James and Rhonda formed a close personal bond and secret partnership.
Ooh, I am curious, was there a prenup?
Ooh.
Because like I'm curious about how the company is then divided.
Right, because she gave him half of it before. Right, so
well then maybe it was easy and they just did halves.
Well,
oh,
things are starting to fall apart.
Oh God.
So years before Lisa filed for divorce, she would test the waters and regularly ask the staff, "If James and I divorced, would you stay with the company?"
Ooh,
So
what a crazy question for your boss to ask you.
Yeah, just like
like
yeah.
what's the right answer?
Like literally, what is the right answer? So James moved out of the family home in June 2005, and Lisa spent the rest of the summer getting more involved in day-to-day activities of the company. So like once she left him, she was like, "Okay, I'm back. Like Lisa Frank is mine." But then James is like, "No, it's been mine. You've been staying at home. It's gotten so big. I'm actually the one
Oh God.
that has done all of this. These are my designs. Me and Rhonda made the company what it is."
Oh God.
Isn't that scary?
Yeah.
So thus begins all of the trials.
Oh God.
And there was, I think I did top 1, 2. So there's like 6 I'll briefly mention. I think I took out another 6 or 7. Guys, the legal like hell that they went through for this.
Well, one, she is like a huge businesswoman.
Yes.
And this is like a company she started,
Uh-huh.
multi-millions. And then it's also your ex-husband is cheating on you. Oh my God. Like I would stop at nothing too.
I mean, I like feel like sick for her, you know,
Yeah,
just
me
because it's like
too.
she trusted him to be like, go do it. I like actually really love being a mom.
Like she put in her time.
And she put in her time. And
Yeah.
these are all like, they weren't like the base of what it all of the new stuff that they came up with was her originality.
Because every single thing off of Lisa Frank, it's like the same thing.
Exactly.
It's just like a different animal.
Exactly.
You know?
It's almost like a copyright thing.
Yes.
But you know what I mean? So Lisa Frank versus James Green, September 2005. So her initial suit against him went through a series of appeals. Green fought tooth and nail to block a 1995 buy-sell agreement that gave Lisa the right to buy out James' shares. Remember those 49% shares in Lisa Frank Inc. should the couple ever divorce. He claimed that he created all of the company's content, including the 400 original characters and all of the themes, with just an exception of a handful.
Okay, you created all of that, James. Also, there's 400 characters.
And I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
Who has the time? Well, I guess when you're doing cocaine, you
Have
can come up
nothing
with
but time.
4,000 characters and just be like, and now let's put a little hat on it.
It's so true.
James also petitioned the court to dissolve Lisa Frank Inc. on the grounds that what Lisa was doing by trying to take back control of the company was illegal. Ultimately, he wasn't successful with this, but 5 litigious years would pass before a settlement agreement was met.
So he literally was like, I want to take this company, but also dissolve it.
Yeah, because he's like, if you're trying to get it back, then it's just gone.
Oh, I would just be so upset.
Oh, ooh. Yeah.
No.
No, it's not good. So then there's a Rhonda Rowlett versus Lisa Frank.
Oh, God, Rhonda, sit this one out.
Rhonda, just like, have you know,
Have you no shame? Like, you already have James.
Exactly. Back off, bitch.
Back off, bitch.
So this was March 2006. After she was fired by Lisa, Rhonda sued for $2 million plus damages, claiming that what she was often promised as a severance if she were ever to retire or be fired. She's like, I'm not getting that.
Lisa's like, look around, babe. No
Literally.
one's getting that.
Exactly. She's like, I'm not even getting that. You've taken everything from me.
Yeah.
So appeals went on for 3 years before there was a sealed settlement. I think sealed settlement means that you don't know what ended up happening.
Yeah, we don't know, but they settled.
I'm guessing it wasn't 2 million, but it was probably
Probably was pretty close. Like, honestly, Lisa's lawyers were probably like, if you want this to go away, pay it.
That's how it always is, right? They're just like, fuck, it's so expensive to hire lawyers.
It really is.
Okay, so then there was Lisa Frank Inc. versus James Green and Gary Rowlett. Who do you think Gary is?
Was Rhonda married the whole time?
Rhonda was married the entire
Oh
time.
my God. Also, we've had Gary's 2 weeks in a row.
Oh yeah, the hot Gary.
Gare Bears.
I don't think Gary Rowlett was hot.
I don't
Gare
think so
Bears.
either.
This is a month for the Gare Bears.
Yeah.
This was in April 2006. In a third-party counter-claim, Lisa Frank Inc. alleged, among things, that Rowlett and Green, along with Rowlett's husband, Jerry Rowlett, stole 5 truckloads of company property and converted corporate funds for their personal use.
So Gary was like, honestly, I'm just going to get in on it too.
I think he's like, if there's some cash
yeah.
involved.
Then like, keep fucking them.
And then they stole 5 truckloads of merchandise.
It's like plushy toys.
They're like, just put them in the car.
Everyone's just like so high on coke the whole time. There needs to be a movie about this.
Oh my God, it would be such a good mini series, you know? And styled really cool.
Yeah, to make it really kooky and fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one really made me laugh. It's just
it's
crazy.
like those blow up chairs too that they used to have folders.
Oh my God, the blow up chairs,
Oh,
the
yeah.
plastic sparkly chairs.
Yes.
Let's see. A few more that are just making me giggle. James Green versus Lisa Frank and Lisa Frank Inc. August 2006. James sought $16.7 million to repay a loan for a private jet he bought.
Oh my God. Wait, what?
So he bought that jet with
her money?
With the money that Lisa Frank had.
And then is he suing her?
And now he's like,
I'm not going to be able to pay that.
I'm not going to be able to pay that, so you need to pay it.
What? This is so crazy. If I was the judge, honestly, I'd be like, finally, something interesting. Keep it going.
I know. I'd be like, this is actually this is a fun day at work.
She's writing with a fluffy Lisa Frank pin. She's like, tell me more. Her gavel is like Lisa Frank.
She's like, I'm a fan. Yeah. Let's see. What other ones are fun? We have James Green versus Lisa Frank Inc. October 2009. So this just keeps going on, and the things just get a little bit more okay, guys, time to go night-night.
Yeah, time to go night-night.
You know, let's just end this all now. That said Green acting again as member of Green Bean Investments, which is like an investment company that he had on the side that his like kids were involved in too. It's
Green bean.
in some way.
It's enough.
Green Bean is enough. He attempted to have Lisa Frank Inc. evicted from its headquarters as part of the suit. Green sent
See,
his.
this is like what pisses me off about him. Sorry, just to
know.
interrupt. Is like that he's trying to take the company away from her, but also trying to destroy the company. It's like just let her have it.
It's this disgusting like control thing
Yes.
of like what men, these toxic men do of like if I can't have it, then I'm also gonna like take her down. Where it's like
Yes.
she didn't ask you to have an affair and to
Yes, it's clearly you don't care about the company.
It's all just to win.
That really pisses me off.
And to put your kids through this too. So this is what because I was like
you put them through enough with their names.
Exactly. This says so as part of the suit, Green sent his sons and other members of Green Bean Investments who were about 13 and
Stop.
9 years old at the time a written demand to give him consent to take action against their mother's company.
That's so dark.
They like sent the kids like into headquarters and they're like, go.
That's so dark.
I know. So, on top of all of that, Lisa and James have spent the better part of 8 years duking it out over everything and anything, such as divvying up personal possessions like furniture, family photographs. They have gone, what's the expression? Tit for tat.
Tit for tat. Yeah.
Tit for motherfucking tat. And finally, in 2013, there seemed to be a light at the end of the tunnel because after all of this, like I think everything sort of ended around like 2010. And there's not like a lot of information of who got what money. Like I think it was all like mostly sealed settlements. So we're not exactly sure. I think Lisa came out on top
I hope so.
ish, but like Lisa,
Even though she sounds like trash too.
exactly. Like I think she got more than he did, but they were like, where's this company going to go? Like it's not like you can't really have Lisa Frank
Yeah.
Inc. anymore. You can't be like, it's just a tough look. However, in 2013, Lisa Frank Inc. entered into a relationship with Urban Outfitters
Really?
to sell t-shirts she designed exclusively for the retailer using some of her classic illustrations. In addition, they sold her access stock for vintage stationery pieces.
Stop. Please don't say vintage.
Please don't say vintage. Please don't do it. It's not happy.
But also so smart because, like, if there's going to be a brand, it's Urban.
Exactly.
To do that.
So she did that in 2013, and since then she has kind of been out of commission, and that was like her like final hurrah. She got some more money from that. I think Urban. I remember seeing that in. Let's see. I graduated college in 2013. I remember seeing people wear like ripped jeans with like a Lisa Frank shirt. Like that was like a moment.
I don't remember that. But that was like I moved to LA like around that time.
Yeah.
And that's like right when I was seeing Urban Outfitters for the first time.
Totally. I was in San Francisco, so everyone
Yeah.
was like doing the whole like 90s thing again, and so she had a moment, and that's the story of Lisa Frank.
That is how is like no one talking about this?
Thank God for this article because it actually is weird. Like going on her Wikipedia, literally nothing. It was like Lisa Frank had Lisa Frank Inc. and she sold these.
Do you
Lisa
think
Frank,
she wants it that way?
I'm sure.
Also because it's such like a childhood nostalgia brand.
I think like a lot of the trials were private to some extent, and I think she kept it. I mean, even like knowing to circle back to like her personality and her essence of like not wanting to be in the public eye
Yeah.
and not wanting to be photographed and stuff. Like she's a private person.
Yeah.
So that is Lisa Frank.
Oh my God, Tess, that was so fun.
It was a fun episode, wasn't it?
You just never know when a story like that will hop upon us.
No, because I was like, but once I found this article and I watched like there's like a few YouTubers that have done a deep dive into her, and so I watched like a couple of those videos, and I was like, oh, people are like talking about it.
Yeah,
but
our Rammies are talking about it.
Our Rammies are talking about it. But we are gonna end with a quick little 90s this or that.
Oh, hell yeah, Tess.
Because we have to go out on top.
Exactly.
Okay, everyone play along. Claire, Home Alone or The Parent Trap?
Oh, come on.
I know. I knew this would be a hard one to start.
Parent Trap, I guess.
Same. Clueless.
You're not a Home Alone girly.
Not a Home Alone girly. I can't do it. It makes me really anxious for some reason.
I love Home Alone.
I know.
But yeah, Parent Trap.
Clueless or Pretty Woman?
Clueless.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
It's just like
Pretty Woman's not one of my favorite movies, actually.
I need to rewatch it, but there is like kind of a darkness about it.
It's not like a feel-good movie.
No, it's not. But Clueless, I need to rewatch like maybe tonight.
Oh my, Clueless is such a good Friday movie.
Isn't it?
It's so fun. Disney or Nickelodeon?
Oh, that's so hard. I have to go for my OG though and say Nickelodeon, especially for the 90s.
Uh-huh. I'm going to go Disney.
Yeah,
South Park or Family Guy?
neither.
Same.
That is not our sense of humor.
Okay.
Sorry.
I know. It's really not.
I'm gonna throw in. This isn't 90s though, but Bob's Burgers. I love Bob's
Oh,
Burgers.
yeah. I just don't like a cartoon.
Yeah, that's fair. But Bob's Burgers is so good.
Slap bracelets or scrunchies?
Slap bracelets.
Same.
You know what? Also, maybe you have this on here. The Chinese, a trap.
Oh my
Is that what it's
God.
called?
What was that?
I think it was called like a Chinese finger trap.
Yes.
Yes, those things would terrify me.
Oh my God, I forgot all about those. I
Yeah.
don't have it on here. VHS or CDs?
Or CDs, like so music or a movie.
Yeah, just like what would make you more excited in the
Oh,
90s?
VHS. I
same.
was such a TV girly.
Same. Bagel bites or Lunchables?
Fuck. Oh my God. Fuck. Those were both like my daily nutrition. Bagel bites.
I would say Lunchables.
Oh, I used to love bagel bites and
Oh,
Lunchables. So.
God, Lunchables were so exciting when I could eat one.
Yeah.
On my
Again,
birthday, I was allowed to get one.
mine was literally like every day. And I would eat like the disgusting Lunchables, like the burger
Oh,
ones.
Oh, I just had like the meats and the cheeses and
I was
crackers.
always like, I'm hungry 2 seconds
No,
after.
I mean, it's not a lot of it's not a lot of like protein in
No,
there.
and it's like really not good. The burgers, and then there was the pizza ones, and there's the nacho
Oh,
ones.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
but
I'm
bagel
hungry
bites,
now.
like the roof of my mouth has never been the same because you can't wait to let it cool
Abs-
off.
and nor should you.
I want bagel bites right
I know. I know. Game Boy or PlayStation?
now. I didn't have either.
Me either. You know, I had to put this in for like the
Yeah, for
one
the
guy
gamers.
that listens to this.
I
Probably.
would guess I would choose PlayStation.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Emma had PlayStation, and she had the Tony Hawk video game, and there was a way to make the girl you could show her boob, and so we kept,
Really?
like, doing
Yeah, you're
that.
like, show it again. Kiss
yeah,
her again.
yeah, kiss her again.
And finally, hula hoop or pogo stick?
Oh, probably hula hoop.
Same.
But I love a pogo stick, but they're scary.
It very scary, but hula hoops were fun. Like if you're trying to like get a guy's attention in like elementary school, and you were like moving your butt, and you were like, yeah.
Totally. Oh, that's such a good one.
So kids,
Ah,
there
I'm
you
like, I
have
just
it.
want to keep talking about the 90s, really.
I mean, we can do more 90s episodes if you guys like this. We can do
Yes.
deep dives on other kind of weird, like, this is a reminder that there's like just so much out there that we don't even know.
there's so much out
And
there.
that's why we love when you guys DM us saying to do it. Cause like for the past few episodes, it's just been what you guys, we've even
Yes.
looked at our personal list.
Yeah, and like when we tell you guys we're adding it to a list, we have a shared notes app, and we actually do add to the list every time.
Yeah.
So,
I'll get a notification, be like, oh,
yep, except for 9/11, we'll never cover that. But
nope. Not
Sorry about it.
Not doing it.
But Tess, that was so fun.
Oh, good.
That was just what I needed to come out of
Ah.
like my strep haze. Sorry,
It's what I need to
so
come out of my
gross.
hangover. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel better.
I feel so much better.
Ah,
That's
gorgeous.
So fun. If you guys love the show, please subscribe on Spotify or Apple iTunes. Write a little review. Like I would love another little
We
review.
need some more.
Yeah, we do. And you can join our premium channel. It's a lot like this, but even more fun. So
Yes. And thank you to Spotify Studios for
Yes.
hosting us. As always, follow us at Right Answers Mostly everywhere and anywhere. And we will see you next week for our final episode before going on a tiny, tiny little break.
teeny.
It's Ask Us Anything. So write into us at any point.
Yes.
And we'll put it on the list.
Yeah, you know where to find us. And we love you.
Goodbye.
Bye.